Prior to joining BBAU, she worked for more than 11 years in different management institutions in Delhi and NCR region. Uh, Apart from academics, she has been actively involved in training, research, and consulting assignments. Dr. Lata Singh is a certified psychometric testing professional and internationally certified practitioner of neuro linguistic programming. She's a prolific trainer, and her training sessions on self awareness and effectiveness, team building, conflict management, and negotiating skills, changing dynamics of management and functional interdependence, leadership and motivation, and many others. She, her programs have been receive, receiving overwhelming appreciations from participants across various levels in public and private sector organizations. Lata is a very active member of Young Managers Forum of LMA, and this program is being organized by the Young Managers Forum, and I am very happy to welcome Lata Bajpayee and would request her to take over the session.
Thank you so much, sir. It's my pleasure, and with your blessings, I would like to begin the session. It's a great platform, and I would be happy to share whatever my learnings have been on the topic. And with the participants here, in case anybody has any question, you please jot down the questions or the comment in case you want to share anything. You can use the chat box which is available. So this particular topic is very close to my heart. These days, I was working a lot on this particular topic, and to know that how to be emotionally intelligent, one need to understand so many things about emotional intelligence. Like, or before that, what do we mean by intelligence, and maybe if we talk about intelligence, then why it is so important in today's scenario, why we need to work on it. See, the more any professional moves towards the career ladder, they are more required to be with a strong hands on the skill of being emotionally intelligent. So in today's session, we will be discussing about what is emotional intelligence, why there is need to work on emotional intelligence, and whom do you consider as somebody as who's emotionally intelligent. What are different competencies to develop to be a better emotionally intelligent professional, and along with it, we'll also discuss about what are different practices which are being used by the people to showcase that they are a better emotionally intelligent person with comparison to others at the workplace. So, friends, intelligence, if we talk about intelligence, it is nothing but the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. So basically, there are two things. One is knowledge and the other is skill set. So acquiring knowledge, acquiring, gaining know-how of doing something, and then actually implementing those skill set at the workplace are being looked at the organizations these days. So intelligence at the workplace, very specifically, I am talking at present, can be sought by the people, by the HR professionals, and at the workplace, not only emotional intelligence but other kind of intelligences are also required. So this is something that is kind of a maturity to handle petty issues or day-to-day issues or routine matters, not only at the workplace, even it is important for somebody who is dealing with the people in a normal course of action. So human intelligence in general, there are three types of human intelligence that is being talked about. One is intelligence quotient. Sometimes we discuss about, oh, my child has a very good IQ level, or maybe I met with somebody, he's doing so wonderful in the professional career, and he has the best IQ I could ever met, right? The kind of person I met so far. So these kind of statements people share, people deliver, people give to each other. So intelligence quotient has all to do with the knowledge or the skills, very specifically to the technical knowledge and the skill sets. Whereas emotional quotient has all to do with the ability to deal with the emotions of self, as well as dealing with the emotions at the public places, or maybe while interacting with somebody else. Whereas spiritual quotient has all to do with the spirituality. When you say spirituality, it has all to do with the mindfulness, being mindful, being selfless, being considerate about others, and then practicing the spirituality, mindfulness, in day-to-day matters. So today, I'm not talking about intelligence quotient, because intelligence quotient people develop over a period of time by learning things, by learning technical things, by learning technical know-how, and the ability, and sharpen their ability to practice those skill set in their day-to-day matters, and also in their professional career. So that is something which people develop as per their routine engagements with their the kind of career, with the profession they are in. However, it is more about emotional intelligence. So somebody who can handle the emotions well, who can understand others' emotions well, who can showcase the required set of small emotions at the right place and at the right time. So these kind of people, let us understand little more, have a look at different kind of emotions which are possibly being showcased by the people in their routine matters. So these emotions can be the joy, the happiness, anger, disgust, maybe annoyed, being sad, frustrated. So there can be a series of emotions that we go through in our routine matters. From the beginning of the day till the end of the day, a lot of emotions come and go, a lot of emotions we experience, and it is like with every particular interaction, you met with somebody, you have interacted with someone, you had certain emotions at that point of time. Now, when you are going to your office, you reached your office, you met with your colleagues, you are showcasing different kind of emotions. So the state of emotions vary with every interaction, or maybe everything that you go through across the day, or maybe while interacting with others. So when we talk about emotional intelligence, it is uh, it is something that it is the kind of feeling that you very specifically go through for someone, while meeting with someone, or maybe when you are alone, then also you may have certain very intense feeling, very intense thoughts, and that's how with those thoughts your bodily reactions also change. When you are upset, your facial expressions will be like that, right? So the emotions are felt by heart, whereas these are being showcased by the body that we have, and it comes into the form of non-verbal communication. So many a times we get to know that okay, in my team member is not happy, maybe in my somebody is annoyed. So how do we get to know? There are bodily reactions, there are facial expressions, there are people who keep on communicating through non-verbal communications as well. So we get to know about others, but do we actually keep a track of our own emotions as well? That if I am somebody who's working in a team, is it okay to keep on showcasing my emotions, which has nothing to do with my teammates. When I am working with them, I have certain feelings, certain thought process going on regarding some matters or at my home. And can I, if I am showcasing the same emotions, I'm flowing with the same emotion even at my workplace, is it okay? Is it okay to show the tantrums to the team members? Is it okay not to listen them? Is it okay not to be with the flow of the team at the workplace? So here comes the role of emotional intelligence. Here comes the intelligence that is to be developed for the purpose of presenting better. It's not that you need to hide your emotions. So when you start hiding emotions for so long, it may even lead to a very serious issue of mental illness. However, it is all about showcasing your emotions at the right place and at the right time with the right amount of the level of emotions that you carry. So it's something like there are ways to convey your sentiments, but you need to learn how to convey those sentiments and when to convey those sentiments. So it's like that. So basically, emotions are the personal experiences, and it is a very intense feeling about someone, or maybe about something that has happened with you or something you are going through. And people observe the emotions very carefully. So it is like we get to know the other's emotional state of mind, others also get to know about our emotional state of mind. So how to present yourself, or maybe when you are moving up in the ladder, right, in the professional career, can you be very childish all the time? There are different ego states. There are different ego states a person may go through, like parent ego state, child ego state, and adult ego state. So sometimes we are curious, sometimes we discuss things with the logics, and sometimes we try to control others. So when we control others, it's more like parental ego state that we try to express. When we discuss things with the facts and figures, we discuss as adults, somebody who's discussing with the facts, figures, and adult ego state is the state where people discuss with the maturity. Whereas child ego state is the state where people become curious, they may be rebellious, and can I be curious and rebellious with with my teammates every time? Can I keep on intervening into their matters? What are you doing? Or maybe have you completed your work? Or what are you doing? Can I keep on poking into somebody else's matter because I'm very curious to know what's going on with them in their personal life? It's like keeping a track of self emotions, and as well as also keeping a track of others' emotions. Now, the next question arises is, who are the people to whom we call as the emotionally intelligent? So what if emotion is such an important matter? Can we discuss about the people who are emotionally intelligent? Yes. See, when we may be in a state of conflict with each other, my opinion doesn't match with yours, and it is okay. It is okay if we do not match in the opinion. It is okay if you like different color and I like different color. Can we, if we need to finalize one color for something very specific for the office, can we discuss? Can we discuss pros and cons? Can we discuss the likings and dislikings? So rather than discussing these all things, if I get angry, or you are not listening to me, you have finalized the color by your own, it is not looking good. So these kind of tantrums make people poor emotionally intelligent. So they are not they will not be called as emotionally intelligent. They'll be poor in handling emotions. It is always good to have discussion, good to speak, converse, and have conflicting opinions. It is okay. See, conflicting opinions give rise to the innovative ideas. However, destructive conflicts. Now, important is, what is this destructive conflict? Or maybe non-functional conflict, or maybe something where people have ill intentions just to drag other person down, rather than together try to find out good, better version of the idea or something. So at the workplace, with the R&D team, if I say that with the research and development team, if people have conflicting opinion, if somebody is designing a, let's say, a washing machine, people are discussing about designing a washing machine, and that discussion on the design of the washing machine is being presented by one particular maybe research analyst or maybe somebody, then maybe the other fellow can obviously think about the design, the pros and cons of using particular material, using particular socket, or using particular hardware, some kind of thing. So in that case, the discussion, the conflicting opinions may come up. However, those need to be discussed and sorted well, rather than getting angry at and creating a stressful situation, creating a scene at the workplace, right? So someone who handles emotions better, who doesn't get angry frequently in a stressful situation, is emotionally intelligent. uh, Interpersonal issues, what are those interpersonal issues? Whenever we interact with people, interact, two or more people are interacting with each other. So because people are not robots, they have their own likings, dislikings, their feelings, their emotions for something, and that is why they may differ from each other. So when they differ from each other, that the difference of opinion among each other may be well liked by anyone or may not be. So any kind of relationship, any kind of interaction where two or more people are discussing things together is called as interpersonal interaction or interpersonal relationship. So in those interpersonal issues, there may be situations when everything is not going into the right direction. So the intelligent people, emotionally intelligent people, handle the situations well. They listen to other parties' perspective as well, and then they mutually discuss and finalize something which can be, in fact, even different from both people's opinion, right? So they maintain calm. Maintaining calm is like, you need not to shout to make yourself hear, right? Make yourself heard by others. So it is like you may still convey your messages. You may still convey your opinion about something by being calm as well. So that is need to be learned and understood, because whenever there is a matter of promotions or career progressions, or maybe performance management system, when these are things are being practiced at the workplace, any HR professional will always consider the person who is no doubt good in technical aspects, the IQ, good in the performance metrics, and also very good in interpersonal skills. क्योंकि जो ऊपर जाना है, the leader, whosoever is going to be the leader, has to take care of the team members. If the team members are not listening, if the team members are not liking a leader like that, who gets angry, who gets upset so frequently, then what is the point of keeping that person as a leader? Because then the followers are not going to follow the instructions in any case. So in that case, while it is a matter of career progression, it is very, very important to see that whether the person is good in handling interpersonal issues. So when somebody is emotionally intelligent, they handle interpersonal issues well, they understand other people in their team as well, and then they can lead better. So for the lead, this particular intelligence is of extreme importance. I have leaders practice intelligence, this emotional intelligence by themselves. They are excellent decision makers. When they take decisions, it is not biased, it is not from one side. They always try to consider other people's opinion into the decision as well. So when they are being criticized, they take it positively, because we do not like criticism. Nobody likes to be talked in a negative manner. we do not generally appreciate if you are maybe if somebody speaks ill about ourselves. However, the emotionally intelligent people, the people who are mature enough, they understand that if there is criticism, let me get an opportunity by it to get to know that what are the areas I am weak, let me improve it. Because with every criticism, if I am a person and somebody's criticizing me, I'll get to know the areas where I'm weak, areas of improvement, work on the Lata 1.1 or Lata 1.3. So I will keep on moving into a better version of myself. So emotionally intelligent people are the better, mature people to understand what is there, what is positive for them to get from any situation or to get from any interaction or to get from any criticism that they go through. Nowadays, if we talk about the scenario where we are in, what the companies are doing these days, it's like we are in a post-COVID scenario where last 2 years have been very, very troublesome. And the lot many practices were adopted by the organizations, like virtual workplaces, or maybe working from the very remote locations. Very less people were kept for working from the remote locations, or maybe work from home. These kind of things were quite in practice. And even Twitter and Google and some of the companies have permanently declared that these many percentage of people with them will keep on working from home for them, right? So these companies have adopted. Can I please request to put yourself on mute? Yeah, thank you. See, so many organizations have permanently declared work from home for their staff, whereas many have opted for hybrid work culture. So I have a very small clipping for you where you will get an idea that how a conversation is taking place among the people, among the leader, the team lead and the subordinate. And in this post-COVID scenario where work from home was a norm for all of us, how the particular employee went through a troublesome experiences of working from home, and how the person reacted. With the help of this clipping, I want you to please focus on of both of them, and then probably whatever I'm saying you will get to know, connect it better. I just stop share and share the small video clipping with you. Just a second here. Yes, it's here. In the meantime, if you have any thought, anything to share, you may jot down at the chat box, please. Let me open the file and share the screen.
Akash, I went through the 21st draft of your design. Just some few changes that the client has asked us to do here and there, and then we are good to go.
No problem, sir.
Just a
I will
second,
implement the changes by tomorrow evening.
Akash, the client is expecting this by tonight, so you have to start work.
Yes, let me share the screen. Have a look at how this work from home has been a troublesome situation for Akash here. Share a screen, this, share sound, and it's here. Yes. Here.
Just some few changes that the client has asked us. Akash, I went through the 21st draft of your design. Just some few changes that the client has asked us to do here and there, and then we are good to go.
No problem, sir. I will implement the changes by tomorrow evening.
Akash, the client is expecting this by tonight, so you have to start working on it immediately.
Sir, it's already 7 p.m.
Yeah, no hurry at all. You can send it to me by 10 p.m., 11 p.m. or even later. I've got a lot of movies on my watch list today, so I'll be awake. You can call me anytime if you have any queries.
Sir, even I had some plans post my work hours.
Look, Akash, you don't even have the tension of catching that 7:20 p.m. local train. So already you are saving so much of time and energy. Use that to your advantage, na?
So you mean for the company's advantage, right?
Yeah, it's one and the same, right? We all work for the company and you've been doing a terrific job so far.
Sir, I used to work for 9 to 10 hours at my workplace. Now I am working for minimum of 12 hours, plus I am working on my weekends. When my work hours have increased, naturally my output will also increase.
That's very impressive, Akash. I like the way you are pushing yourself.
I'm not pushing. I'm being pushed. Because somehow you all are assuming that I don't have personal life anymore.
You're working from home. What can be more personal than that?
You know, sir, before this lockdown, there were boundaries set between professional life and personal life. Whenever I finished my work and left the office building, I felt liberated. Like, this is my time from now here onwards. But now, that feeling doesn't exist. Because my professional life and personal life is under same roof. I feel like I'm living in my office. Actually, I don't feel anything. I feel like a robot doing his job.
Good, very good. Robots are very productive. They make zero errors. You're on the right path, my friend.
Sir, are you being sarcastic?
No, in fact, I'm being very honest here. Your efficiency working from home has been much better when compared to what it was while working from office.
And sir, that's also because in office, once my work for the day was done, I would switch off my laptop and say bye to everyone and then leave. Now it doesn't matter whether my laptop is switched on or off. Now just because I own a mobile phone, suddenly the company is under assumption that I'm available 24/7.
Well, technology is making this world such a small place, isn't it?
I don't think you are getting me.
I completely understand. You are very happy that you are able to dedicate maximum time for this company because of your mobile phone.
Okay sir, you know what? Right now, I'm losing my patience. I'm feeling frustrated.
Alright.
If I felt this way during office hours, we used to take breaks, more popularly known as chai sutta breaks. And this chai sutta break was not unproductive time as the management felt. This was a space to vent out of frustration and gossip about people. Sorry for my language sir. मैं गाली दूं या हिंदी में बात करूं क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आपको तो सिर्फ मेरे प्रोडक्टिविटी से मतलब है. Anyways, I was saying ये चाय सुट्टा ब्रेक के वक्त हम लोग अपना भड़ास निकाल देते. We would reset our mind, get some peace and get back to work. So in a way it actually helped the company because this break would help me get my focus back. But what do I do when I work from home? Where do I vent out myself?
I completely understand. What if we have these group therapy sessions online every day for like half an hour where everyone can vent out their frustration?
Sir. Please, रहने दीजिए. Already we have a pointless meeting throughout the day. Why to add more pain? And I know you will definitely schedule this meeting post my work hours because
you are available 24/7.
Correct, sir. और कोई भी ऑनलाइन मीटिंग हाफ एन आवर का होता ही नहीं है. I can't see you, you can't see me, I can't hear you back. आधा घंटा तो इसी में निकल जाता है. And the next few minutes will be spent on discussing the agenda of the meeting, जो सबको मालूम रहता है क्योंकि मीटिंग इनवाइट तो आप ही ने भेजा होता है सब्जेक्ट के साथ. But still you will ask this question, why are we meeting today? Why would you? माँ मीटिंग चल रही है. What are you doing?
It's okay, Akash. See, you got your break now. You can have your cup of tea or coffee.
Sir, this is not a tea or coffee break.
Yes, I stopped sharing here. See, whatever Akash was discussing with the boss was not incorrect. But the way the Akash was trying to communicate and trying to convey was a matter where some sort of work can be done. Probably a better kind of interaction could have been planned, and because Akash is little immature at the moment. See the conversation being done from the boss's side. I completely understand, and the kind of statements that he gave, right? With the kind of composure, though Akash was absolutely correct, and it was happening not only with the Akash, with this Akash, rather it was happening with so many people, and even many organizations realized it, and they later on introduced so many therapy-based sessions for their people, and they made many changes in their working style and functioning, right? So here it is like can Akash be promoted to the boss's position with this kind of attitude and with this kind of discussion, with this kind of deliberations that he has made in front of the boss, or was he could, or maybe he could have done it in a better manner? So these are the things to understand. It feels like that Akash was so frustrated with the kind of work schedule that he was going on, and he just wanted to throw everything out of it and leave, right? So though it was really difficult, now the question arises that why sometimes people with average intelligence, like if they are not very good in their maybe intelligence quotient, or maybe spiritual quotient, why they are ahead of all other people. So it is just because of emotional intelligence that they practice. See, Akash needs to learn little bit about emotional intelligence. Have a look at this particular slide, which says that IQ, the technical aspect of the business, covers only 20-25% of, they determine 20-25%, whereas 75 to 80% is all about EQ. That means handling your emotions better, conveying your emotions better, showcasing them in a better manner. So at present, if we talk about the organizations, what the organizations are doing at present. So see, this though this is one of the a part of the one of the survey, this particular slide, however, it is still correct. More than 80% of the employers these days prefer EI, that is emotional intelligence, over IQ for promoting their people, for considering them for senior positions in their organization, whereas 59% of the employers said that they will not prefer somebody who has high level of IQ but poor emotional intelligence. So if you need to work on your emotional intelligence, it is the high time to work on it. I would not say that somebody has 100% of knowledge about emotional intelligence. If somebody is 100% emotionally intelligent, no, it doesn't happen that way. It's like we keep on advancing our skill set to deal with our emotions and play with the emotions, and then experiment with our emotions and showcase in a better manner in every next situation. So emotional intelligent people take better decisions. They create less stressful situation for their people. The staff turnover ratio also gets down for them, right? So their people are also happy, so they try to create a better well-being kind of scenario for their people as well as for themselves. And very, very important, apart from the team performance, they are very good leaders. They are being preferred, they are being liked by the others, they are being modeled by the others, they are being maybe thought by others when it is about thinking about somebody who is successfully managing a team, right? So in IQ, it's like people, what is being visible, what people see out of IQ. So if somebody has good IQ, they are balanced in their performance, they are good in decision making. But somebody who has better EQ, better emotional intelligence, they have 5 competencies. And what are these 5 competencies? These 5 competencies are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Let's discuss about all these one by one. So self-awareness, like they are very much aware about self-emotional state. They keep a check that how I am feeling, what are my strength areas, whether I am overdoing something, whether I need to stop. So they are very much self-aware. They know how to regulate. They self-regulate yourself. Where to regulate? They regulate the expression of their emotions. If I am angry, if I am upset, my face will turn red, I will not feel like talking, my voice will go up, I will be speaking loudly. So when I am good in self-regulating, I'll try to have keep calm and try to speak little with the low tone rather than shouting, because I cannot, if I cannot do anything with my red face because I'm angry, that is something is going internally. But what I can do on the other side is to regulate the level of expression of your emotion. So that's called as self-regulation. Motivation means emotional intelligent people, how do they practice motivation? There is always an achievement to achievement drive. There is always a sense of achieving something better, and that's how they keep moving rather than getting stuck with any kind of destructive interactions that they go through. Empathy, so these kind of people are quite empathetic. They think about others as well. They think about other parties' perspective. They think about, okay, if I do something, how it is going to affect others. Okay, if somebody is going through some sort of phase, let me understand why the person is why my teammate is reacting, why my colleague is reacting this way, rather than, oh, he is reacting like this, oh, he said this to me, he said that to me, he didn't do this. So rather than only observing what the other parties are doing, what other people are delivering, it's also important to understand why they are doing. So if you understand why the other person is doing something, probably you can help out in some or the other ways to the concerned person, and then your team can perform better. And these kind of people have very good social skills as well. So if we talk about social skills, it has all to do with the maybe considering others, allowing others also to grow. So with this, I collected very small clippings for you so that you can relate it better. And if I talk about motivation drive, so emotionally intelligent people do not get stuck by only the thoughts that what others have done to them, why people are not performing. So they do not get stuck into one interaction and the feelings after, rather they keep on moving with the achievement drive that they have. They keep on moving for their cause, for the cause they are working. I share with you, have a look at the achievement drive and try to get that what motivation competency means for emotionally intelligent people. This is a particular video clipping of an advertisement from Bonvita or Complan, I just Bonvita, right? Just have a look, please. The child is too focused.
तू यही सोच रहा है ना कि मुझे घर चला जाना चाहिए, पर पता है मम्मी क्या कहती है? मम्मी कहती है कि जितनी भी गलतियां करनी है प्रैक्टिस में कर लो। अभी तो पूरी रात बाकी है यार, और वैसे भी तू का जाने वाला है।
बॉर्नवीटा में है विटामिन डी।
See, here the child was too deterministic, too optimistic about the potential that he has, about confidence, about self skills, that he can overcome from the routine failure the child was going through. And emotionally intelligent people at the workplace, they're too focused about the goals that they have there in mind, rather than keep on thinking about anything, any adverse kind of interaction, or maybe unpleasant interaction they had, if any, they met with somebody at the workplace. So they keep on moving with the positive optimism in their mind. Have a look at the another clipping also that talks about empathy. And in this particular clipping, empathy is all about thinking for others. So this is about a team which is playing basketball, and in this team there is a girl who is an anxious player, and she is waiting for her chance, but she's short-heighted. See, she tried to do well in the match, but then she could not do because of her height, and the opponent party, the other party tried to pull the leg of the girl, the player here. And how one particular team member realized, probably the captain or somebody realized it and tried to help other, and see, with the help of this empathetic attitude, how the captain or the player, the other member, tried to earn the trust of this anxious player. Have a look at this small clipping, and you'll get to know that what empathy all means. Okay, let me share the screen here. These video clippings are very helpful in understanding things sometimes. So empathy.
क्या करेगी मेरी जॉर्डन? तेरा करियर तेरी तरह होगा, शॉर्ट। बेटा, लाइफ में सिर्फ बढ़ना नहीं, बड़े बनना।
See the magic with this kind of maybe an act of kindness and thinking about others, helping others. See, that kind of one act has made the team members to have a better understanding. This Anamika is now going to owe it for coming times. So where you earn your people for lifetime when you are empathetic towards them. So one need to be quite empathetic with other people in their team so that they learn better. Another very small clipping for understanding social skills here, and see how at your workplace you try to become social and you try to understand your if you try to understand your people's problems, you deal with it in a better manner. So very small one where a colleague comes late, and see what does work and what doesn't work at workplaces.
You know, every time you're late, I have to pick up your slack.
I'm sorry, I've got a lot going on right now. Anyway, it was 10 minutes. Is it really that big of a deal?
It was 20 minutes, and yes, it is a big deal. How about I start leaving 20 minutes early and you can see what it's like to have 20 minutes worth of extra work to do?
I said I was sorry. What more do you want from me?
How about a real apology for one thing? And maybe then you can start coming in on time.
How about you stop making such a big deal out of one little mistake?
Wow, you are so not gonna last here. Thank you. You know, every time you're late, I have to pick up your slack.
My mornings have been really tough with the kids lately. I'm sorry that's affected you.
Well, you're gonna have to get that figured out because that was just 20 minutes of covering both phones.
I really am sorry. I've been there before and I know what a drag it is.
Yeah, it's really stressful.
I promise I'll be on time from now on.
I'd appreciate that.
See, very small gesture of saying sorry and being apologetic for something makes other party a little at cool. So rather than keeping lingering on into the same interaction, the person is also cool. It is okay. It happens. So the being apologetic is okay. Sometimes it's okay to handle the other person's emotions if somebody is upset. See, these kind of people who are emotionally intelligent, these people practice roses. Now, the question is, what do you mean by roses, right? So first of all, we need to understand that there are 5 emotions, 5 competencies that people need to develop to become better emotionally intelligent: self-awareness, regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. These are the competencies that need to be developed. But how to exhibit, how to, on a routine manner, how to practice, how to utilize and apply these skill sets, for that people need to practice roses. What is roses here? So one need to reflect, observe, strategize, explore, and search. What is this reflect? Reflecting is, do I really need to be upset, or do I really need to be too much involved into something? So what I am doing, is the situation worthwhile? Is it related to me? Do I need to say something? Why I need to say something? So understanding different scenario, that if somebody is blaming to me, do I need to say something? Is it such a big matter? Or maybe is it a matter of self-respect? Or if somebody is crying, is it related to me? Does the person want a space? Or what is the scenario? So reflecting upon the situation, that how much my involvement is required into it, and how much I can help out. So reflecting the same, then observing your emotions. Am I too loud? Is it my home where I can shout? Is it, or maybe if it is my personal space where I can vent, for venting out, I am shouting, it is okay. Sometimes you shout even when you are alone, and try to shout to vent out the kind of anger that you, this can be one of the strategy to deal with your adverse emotions if you go through. Or maybe there are punching bags sometimes to deal with the emotional state of mind people go through, and the stage they feel like punch to the bag many times, so that they can deal with their emotions better. So they reflect, these kind of people reflect, observe, and then they strategize. How to strategize? They take time, they buy time to give their bodily reactions, give their mental frame of mind to think in a calm manner, and then take out, then say something, then react. So rather than reacting, it becomes more of responding when you strategize better. So when you strategize better, it is more about responding rather than reacting to the situation. So whenever anything, very specifically when there is stressful situation, it is always good to buy time, reflect upon, and try to understand how much my involvement is worth in to get into. Second, and observe your self emotions, and then strategize that, okay, let me take a deep breath, and then come back again on the issue, that what I can do. After this, try to explore. Yes, what does it mean? That explore, at the moment you handle the situation, but then you are exploring as well, that why a person is doing something. In we teach organizational behavior, we are the students of organizational behavior as well, and into this we always talk about that when you grow up little, always try to focus not on what is being done by others, what somebody is doing, rather try to think about why the person is doing so. So when you try to understand why the person is doing so, you understand situations better, and you try to help out the people better. So exploring that why it is happening, and later on the other is search. So it's all like how I can searching the possible strategy, that how I can utilize this particular entire series of events in a better manner, how I can utilize the entire learning out of this particular interaction. एक दिन में we go through lot many emotions in any single day, and every time we need to keep on learning. So probably in the entire day, I may come across 50 to 60 times the different emotions I exhibit. So every time if I exhibit these emotions and nothing serious is about anything, then it is okay. Otherwise, if there is something which made me disturbed throughout the day, I need to learn from that particular. And becoming emotionally intelligent is all about practicing. So next time when you get stuck into any interpersonal issue, always think about self-awareness, self-regulation, social skills, motivation, and empathy. Think from other parties' perspective. Is it that I am only blaming? ऐसा तो नहीं that there have been certain serious issues that the person was going through. So always think about other parties' perspective and then practice roses. Keep a check on self-emotions and what I am exhibiting, what I am showcasing, what is being what others are interpreting out of all my actions and all my maybe body language, non-verbal communication that I am going through. See, for anything, for everything, when we do, there may be challenging assignments that we take up. So before taking any challenging assignment, sabhi ko dar lagta hai. Everybody gets into it. Sabhi ko dar lagta hai. We feel fear, we feel pressure. See, suppose I have planned my day and there are series of events. I need to do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. And among all of them, there is one very important meeting in which I need to pitch my idea to somebody. I need to win it. And this is my dream idea to execute. So I am focusing entire my energy towards that particular meeting. And everybody feels certain level of pressure or fear, or that pressure or fear, if it is positive, if you take it positively, you do better during meeting, you convince other people better, and you give your 100% to it. So to make you guys understand this, I want you to go through another very small clipping where you'll get to know that it happens with everybody and there is hero inside each of us, and we need to really practice it. So never ever feel bad if you are feeling that you are being challenged or situation is quite challenging. Can I do or not? Observe your emotions, try to grasp all your energy into and then put into, and always think from other parties' perspective. So emotionally intelligent you will be when you deal with people better, when you handle your stress better. And have a look at very beautiful, this clipping is again very close to my heart, which makes me feel hero. So where is that? Yes, so it is here. This particular clipping will help us to understand that when we are alone, then also if there are fearful or maybe pressure kind of situations, it happens with everybody, and we need to simply motivate ourselves, develop a sense to achievement drive, and then be optimistic and make things happen and just do it. So when you do it, you really achieve what you wanted to. Let me share the screen quickly. And this is the last one of the session. Yes. So it's all about being hero. Have a look of this athletic girl, no? And how much pressure she has, and how she for in every instances of this particular clipping, you'll find that whosoever the character is, for a moment there was a fear, and then they try to grasp themselves back again into the moment and then went on.
दिल धीरे धीरे धड़के आज होने को है आगाज, सफर पर चलने का बढ़ने का इतना है हौसला, मिटना फासला, मंजिल ने मिल ही जाना है। ओ ख्वाबों से आगे से तो दिलासा है हमें पे है निगाहें भी हमें पे है भरोसा है हम में है हीरो हम में है हीरो हम में है हीरो हम में है हीरो दिल से कहो ये हम में है हीरो मिलके कहो ये
So there is hero inside each one of us, and we can certainly be better emotionally intelligent people. We simply need to work on 5 competencies. As I said, think for see, there are 2 competencies which are very close to thinking about others. If you are empathetic, if if you have social skills, both these competencies discuss about thinking for others. Whereas motivation is all about self desire, self drive to achieve something, and your self awareness, when you are pretty aware about self, that I am confident enough, I know my strength and weaknesses. And when you are aware about your involvement in something, and then of course regulating your self emotions in such a way that you exhibit whatever you want into a subtle manner at the required time, at the right place. So that's all from my side about this session. Is there any question? I am open to questions or your comments in case comes up.
Lata, that was an excellent presentation, and I hope the audience, most of them are management students, I believe, must have found it very useful. I would request the audience to sort of articulate their takeaways or questions, if any. Please come up. You
Anybody.
can unmute yourself and speak.
We would love to hear you.
Anyone? Don't feel shy.
Ma'am, the session was amazing, and how you showed how we have to balance our emotional things was really nice. And the video that you showed in the first place was great. We could relate it in real as we worked from home, and we could really see how we were put under pressure by the superiors.
It happens.
Thank
it
you for
happens.
that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good. Anyone else?
Anybody else, in case they want to say?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Yes. Few things I was also facing the same situations in my life, but today's conference, इसकी वजह से मेरे अंदर बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस है. मुझे इस समय बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट फील हो रहा है. लग रहा है कि जैसे मैंने ये कॉन्फ्रेंस से इस तरह की चीज पहले क्यों नहीं अटेंड की. थैंक यू फॉर योर सपोर्ट. एंड जो आपने बताया मैं वही अब अपने अंदर भी इम्प्लीमेंट करूंगी. पहले मैं अपने आप को ठीक करूंगी, फिर मैं आगे दूसरों को देखूंगी, जज करूंगी. थैंक यू.
Very beautiful. It's like working on self and dealing with others. So when you do both things, you will be better emotionally intelligent.
Actually, I am traveling, and though मैंने फिर भी आपकी ये अटेंड की कॉन्फ्रेंस. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Anyone else? Sonali Verma, Satendra Kumar, Asif Mehndi, anyone?
Anybody else, in case you want to ask anything, or maybe reflect upon this session and share something that makes it useful for others also? You're most welcome, please.
Lata ma'am, I have a question actually.
Yes, please. Sure, sure.
Means I am also the OB guy, an HR guy, and OB was my favorite subject.
Yes.
And emotional intelligence is something which makes you successful. Means of the main, as you already mentioned. But I'm struggling last so many years to have a good emotional intelligence part. I'm very bad in it, and I have problem to control my emotion either for good or for bad. Still I'm not find the proper a tool or a proper things where I can work on it. Tried a lot of things. So to be very frank, I'm talking very practically. I'm struggling. Yeah.
See, it's more like reflecting upon ourselves. So when you understand yourself better, then probably you know that what you want, what are your strength areas, and what are your future plans. So when you are clear on these 2-3 things, Gaurav, it will be like you need to have your plans in mind. That see, I am good into this, I can do this, and I will chalk out my things like this. So when you are focused, when you are better focused towards your maybe the target that you want to achieve, or maybe goals rather, you do not deviate much from the goal. And when you as you are working, you are in a team, you work with your team members, there can be two kind of emotions that you deal with, Gaurav, what I can make out. One is your self emotions, which is very personal to you, which has nothing to do with your team members or your workplace. That is one thing. There is another aspect of your life is dealing with your emotions while you are interacting with your colleagues at workplace. So which kind of which area you are facing issues with, or which areas you want to improve at the moment. So if it is more of your personal space where you are dealing with your individual emotion, it is more about knowing yourself. I would rather in that case, I would rather suggest you to explore a little more what you find good, what do you want to achieve actually, and मन कहाँ है सर आपको अभी अगर personal space का emotional individual intelligence for the personal life, and then जब आप अकेले हैं तब की अगर आप बात कर रहे हैं, तो it is all like exploring little more मुझे चाहिए क्या, what I really would be passionate about. So whatever interaction we had, I could understand you on these two fronts. And truly speaking, I find that somehow I felt that at your workplace, that's not the emotional intelligence you are talking. There is something other that you are talking about, and that's your personal space where it is all about what do you want from your life. And always please relate it with the kind of strength and weaknesses that you have. See, I have very good aspect, I have very good hands on this, let me focus here. So it's all about focus. So getting settled, it will be there. I hope I could make out something for you, sir.
I'll try. I'm trying, and I'll try.
Maybe good friends can help out. Maybe if Vipassana kind of thing can help out in case you are dealing with the personal space issue, individual emotional state of mind. If you
correct, trying for Vipassana, but it's 10 days break, so that is the problem.
Exactly. That's what I want.
So I think that's all. Lata, it was a very interesting and informative session.
Thank you, Mathur sir.
Thank you very much. And Gaurav, you want to say something?
No, sir. You please carry on, sir.
So yeah, that's all I had to say. And thank you, Lata, once again.
Ji, sir.
To all of you for being
my pleasure, and you were there throughout the session. No. I keep it as blessings for me. Thank you so much.
No, it was a pleasure.
Yeah. All right. Have a good day. Have a good day, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
See you at some other.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you. Okay. Namaskar.